Hey, good morning, Richard. Quick demo for you, semi-quick, for your Fallen Order staff. Right, I'm just going to start the demo off in this with staff configuration so that you can see it, but I'm going to test these individually with the pummels on them. All right, your handle obviously has sound venting right here. There is about less than a quarter inch of room between the two pixels that I put on the ends of these speakers. So there's just enough room to put this in staff mode. As you can see, if you look at it down this way, everything is lined up. So it lines up very nicely. Hopefully you can see that. You're looking at these two greeblies here, right? If I can hold it straight, it lines up very nice. All right. So yeah, that's what it looks like in staff mode. Now, if I take both of these out, I have two 1-inch blades, but one of them doesn't fit because the blade sockets in here are super tight. So if you have brand new blades, you're gonna have to do some sanding. Okay, I keep one blade that's not sanded for particular hilts that I demo, and then I've got a shorter blade that's sanded pretty heavy for stuff like this, mainly for 89 Sabers stuff. So, anyways, we'll take this handle off. Of course, I didn't do the weathering on these, but these look fantastic. I just did the installs, right? They are both installed identically. So these are your chassis. It says Fallen Order over here in Arabish. Solo Sabers over here for me. No way to get around a static battery for this in order to get the staff to work, right? So the battery is located in here, in this section right here. You do have a standard 2.1 millimeter recharge port. That barely fit in there, but I was able to get it in. So that's obviously how you're going to charge your Sabers. You got your Proffie board here. Now you can get to your micro USB and your SD card and not ever move the board. And the board is slightly adhesed down to the shelf so it doesn't pop up on you. Okay, but hopefully you can see that. This is exactly how I programmed these Sabers, so I know it works. Just get you a pair of tweezers and take that SD card out, and then a 90-degree data cable that looks like this fits right in here and pops right in this guy. No problem. It was specifically designed to allow this to go in. There's just enough room, if you can see that. Okay. If you don't have one of these and you need a link to the one, actually to this one that I bought from Amazon, I'm happy to provide it for you. They're pretty cheap and they come in twos. 28 millimeter Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker, and then I do put a single pixel accent right here in front of the speaker so that I can light the pommel up, because as you know, on these single handle pommels, there's plenty of holes in there. So what I did for that particular code, because every sound font on this guy has two blade styles, for this guy, I made it like a broken circuitry effect. So of course you can go in there and you can change anything you like, but I like to try to make that pummel look like it was actually chopped in half. Okay, and I got this code from my buddy Joe Hernandez over at Darkside Customs, although he doesn't do Saber installs anymore. But it's a very cool code, especially for this pummel. What else? 2 button setup, right? So your top switch is your activation, your big one. Your little tactile switch down here is your auxiliary switch. They both have CC Sabers in here for your NeoPixel connectors. Let's just go over them one at a time. This is the other one. So if I hold them both up, you can see they were installed identically, right? Same chassis, same recharge port, same speakers, same NeoPixel accents in the back. Let's test these one at a time. All right. So all we want to do is come over here and pull this kill key. You'll hear that. It's a good sign. There is a copy of the config file that I used on each SD card, although they are both set up identically. I didn't want you to have to guess which one had it and which one didn't. So you'll find a copy on each card. I got the 2 sound fonts on here that you gave me, and then I also have a couple stock fonts. All right. This particular one is green, super loud, and then you can see how this lights up the pommel, and it just kind of flickers. So hopefully you like how that happens. That's a pretty good view of it. But you can really see it right there, right? Now I gave you twist off. The reason I didn't give you anything for like swing on or any motion controls for turning it on is because there's so much involved with putting these back together, especially if you want to put them in staff mode. Um, there's quite a bit of movement. So I didn't want these going off accidentally on you. Let me get something to tighten these down. I had to grab, there's 2 Allen keys in your kit. So of course they'll be going back with these sabers. And one of them is used for the blade retention, obviously. So that is your blade retention right here, okay? All these blade styles are off Fett's library. That's what I use. But this particular one is the Fallen Order green. Auxiliary. Now, if you want blade lockup, you have to hold down aux and hit the saber. You won't necessarily see it on this guy because it's a small blade. But on a normal size blade, you'll see your localized lockup, and it will change according to how you move the saber, right? And it will stay like that until you let go of it. You can kind of see it right here because as you tilt the saber up, it comes down. So now you can see it on the tip of the blade. To play your soundtracks, it's a long press on the power. And another long press to turn it off. Just like that. And of course we'll trade, or we'll go to the next sound font by just hitting auxiliary.
I'm ready.
And this is the Fallen Order blue. But like I said, I maintained this pummel consistency on all fonts just because I thought it was cool. But you can change it to whatever you want. And then we'll be into the stock font package here.
Smooth gray.
Very loud. The saber's super loud. Kind of a fire blade. Whoops, over here, see? We'll take the handle off this guy. Take the blade out. And although I don't have any a secondary blade to put in it, we'll go ahead and we'll fire this up in staff mode just so that you can see, you know, what it sounds like. So I'll take this one that we just tested, throw the handle on it, and we'll set this off to the side, okay? And then we'll go over this guy. It still has the handle off of it, and we'll do the same thing. Let's come over here and pull the kill key. Exact same config, so all the fonts are in order. That way, if you want to cycle through them, it's not hard to get these to match up if you're using the staff, okay? But power. Same pummel action. Now, I know that you wanted these handles in a particular order, so I never moved the coupling from where you had it marked. It's not something that I have to take out in order to install this. So if by chance you're looking at this and this is not the orientation that you wanted this handle, these handles are obviously swappable, right? So if you put them on the right sabers, they look the correct way that you wanted them. I'm just kind of slapping these on here for the sake of a demo. All right, but we'll throw a blade in this guy too. Lock that down. Power. Auxiliary. Of course, blade lockup. Now you can see it. Very loud.
I'm ready.
Very smooth swing. Good flash on flash. And then into the stock.
Smooth gray.
Fire blade, right? So we'll go ahead and we'll take the blade out of this guy, and then we'll go over and throw this in the staff handle real quick so you can see it all fired up that way. Couple threads, no biggie. I don't know if this handle lines the sabers up either way, or if I've just gotten lucky every time I've put it on, but every time I've slapped this on, I haven't had to take the handle off and put it on differently. But like that's the same way right there. So it lines up. I think it just lines up either way, which is nice. So you've got plenty of light up there in your sound venting, right? It sounds very good in staff mode. Just like that. So yeah, sounds very good in staff mode. And that is basically your 89 Sabers Fallen. What I'm going to do now is I'll just go through and put the kill keys back into the recharge ports. Really not something I probably need to go over with you. It's super simplistic, right? We'll do one side real quick. I mean, when you're done, basically put these in, set these in there, and you're good to go. One thing I did do is these are some standard kill keys that I've designed in the past. I probably designed these right when I first started 3D printing because they're just universal. And they're round. But what I did on these is I cut the sides off of them. That way they would have clearance for the handle. So they do need to be facing up and down so that the handle will slide through. If you have them turned to the side like this horizontally, you're going to have some clearance issues. Okay, so that's what you got there on both sides. Let me know if you got any questions, and if not, I will get these out in the mail to you today. All right, thank you.